What's up, everybody? I am back. Have no fear. After a 2-week hiatus, it is SEC After Dark, best day of the week. I feel like I'm gonna knock off the rust here at the point guard position. But joining me on this magical mystery tour, that is a Beatles reference for those of you keeping score at home, is Stephen Willis of Locked On Ole Miss. He's the most watched Locked On podcast, most watched Ole Miss podcast, maybe Locked On. Yeah. Mike Huseman. No. Well, something like that. Depends on what you're talking about. There might be some days. Mike Huseman joins us, off-season After Dark, and a regular contributor on both Locked On Ole Miss and Locked On Vandy. Jeb Beecham, podcast under construction, but he is our resident.
He's our resident just a guy.
He's our resident Jag, just a guy. So, and I'm Corey Burton, Locked On Vandy, the 12th fastest growing podcast in the Locked On Network.
Ooh,
131% over March 25 to March 26 compared to
nice. Congrats.
I get the assist for that. I'm taking one.
Yeah, and Diego Pavia does as well.
Yeah, Diego Pavia big assist on that one.
So does Jared Curtis.
Yeah, well, yep, something like that.
Excitement for him.
Of course, I wasn't getting a ton of Diego Pavia traction last March, so
that's fair.
We can start really giving him the assist starting in September. But
okay,
I don't want to nitpick, but anyway, I'm growing fast, and I just became the newest member of Vandy 247.
Yeah, listen to you big time, man.
Yeah,
really
getting there. Yeah. So I just wrote my first article. Wrote my first 2 articles, actually.
Was it on the difference between mesh concepts in the air raid and mesh concepts in the split veer?
Ooh, that's a good topic.
Yeah,
that's a good topic. We'll write that down in the notes.
So related to Junior Cheryl in the spring.
It is not yet, but that article's coming soon.
Okay.
One of them is I took one of the player press conferences, pulled a few quotes, and wrote something out about it. So, and then I did one about setting up what Vandy's recruiting board is going to look like on offense.
Okay.
So
that's a good one.
The preliminary recruiting board. That's an article that'll probably change about 1 million times, Steve, as you know, Mike, as you know.
Yeah.
So. Anyway,
Old's got to commit tonight. We're just waiting to find out who.
No, did Pete Golding do the Shark?
Well, not Pete, but Randall Joyner did.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that makes me think it's a D lineman. So, so it should be interesting. Our resident Gator fan, Athletes Forum podcast. Gators Cooking Boys, some are all looking forward to that Ole Miss rematch on September 26th. That game's a landmine. Well, I've talked about that all season. That's a real landmine for Ole Miss because of what happens on September 19th.
Oh yeah, that's is that what we call a trap game?
Yeah, it's a severe trap game.
Before, I think, right? Yeah.
Well, the trap game is the Auburn game. Auburn is the trap game. That game is in between Texas and Georgia.
Yeah. It's a trap, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's not ideal. But so this new eligibility rule, speaking of eligibility, speaking of recruiting, speaking of things, it's causing quite the stir. So they're getting rid of. I think they're just going. You have
they're talking about potentially, maybe, possibly going to 5-5 with no waivers.
Yeah, which they want to. I feel like they want to. So
Well, I'm sure they do, but it's not going to happen.
Let's pretend that it does.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
talk about the
wait.
benefit.
Tell
and
me
what
what
we
the
don't
rule
like.
is. They're talking about what?
They're talking about
Instead of go for it, Corey.
athletes would have 5 years of eligibility from their 19th birthday or high school graduation. No red shirts, no waivers. You just get 5 years.
Yes, or ninth-year seniors.
Yeah, they're trying to cut down on the they're trying to cut down on the 46-year-olds playing college football.
Yeah.
I get that, but then you're talking about
you will. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about like somebody like Trinidad not getting to play this year. I mean, if it had been rule already, because no medical redshirt years, basically.
Yeah.
Outside of a regular.
Well, the medical ones didn't come. I don't know if that was defined in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major thing. Like let's say you ruin one of your years because you blow out your Achilles.
But if you have any open to the door at all, it's going to be wide open.
It's true.
Yeah.
But how does it work right now? I mean, how do we have ninth year seniors? Can you redshirt multiple years? I thought you couldn't do that anyway.
People are just staying in college and saying, "Try me."
Yeah, I mean,
it's 5 medical waivers. TJ Finley was like in his 8th year.
Yeah, it's part like there's some guys still left over from the COVID rules where like
the
2020 rule was free, and then you got
then you got any sort of like, and then waivers upon waivers, and I played JUCO. I did this, I did that, and NCAA was like, okay. NCAA was like that substitute teacher that fell asleep in the classroom, and the class was just running amok.
I can certainly understand them trying to limit it, but since that 5, I'd be.
My favorite thing is this whole thing arose because they were saying, oh, everybody's just going to get their own shade tree judge and they're going to get their way. And it was terrible. And it was like 14 out of 40 cases, some incredibly small number actually won the eligibility cases.
I was going to say Joey Aguilar didn't.
Yep.
So
in most of these cases, the common sense decision was reached.
Yes.
It really was.
So if that's the case, is there really a problem?
No, I don't think with most judges in the world, there's a real impact of, oh, he's from the state, so he's going to rule away the school ones. The judges don't care about that. Judges follow the law. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I think this is, I feel like it's a overreach to me. It's like, okay, we're trying to limit it because there's a couple of high profile cases that were a problem or that everybody perceived to be a problem, but the problem isn't really as rampant as people make it out to be. And to me, they're just like, okay, we got to overreach to solve the problem. And I'm not real sure what they're solving.
And in the end of the day, they won't.
No.
Yeah. No.
And with what I think we're targeting things that weren't the main issue either. For most people, these problems we're transferring too much and we've become mercenaries because of NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These things we're transferring multiple times, getting more years to play. They're tangentially related, but it's not the causal issue that we're talking about here.
No. I mean, the transfer thing is a separate issue in and of itself. And there has to be a little bit of guardrails there. I mean, I don't think you have to go too crazy, but just kind of, throw something on there. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I feel like the transfers are starting to kind of get out of control a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the Big Ten and the SEC are going to end up governing themselves or governing each other. They'll form their own thing, and they're going to rewrite the rules with the NIL and the transfers in mind and what's going on. They're not going to try and fit a square peg into a round hole, which the NCAA is trying to do. They're trying to take this NIL world and match it up to 1998 college sports. Once that happens, it has a chance to really be fixed.
Yeah, you
And
can't.
The one smart thing the Big Ten and SEC will do that the NCAA hasn't, they're going to work from the real world and where we are now. The NCAA is trying to put toothpaste back in the tube and go back to an era that cannot exist anymore.
Yeah.
You've already breached that. You've already breached the payment stuff. You've already breached. So you can only move forward with that. These are starting to become professional athletes. If they're not already, they're about as close as you can get. There's no amateurism whatsoever. So the NCAA, they just need to roll with it, redefine it, redefine what the parameters are, and let's freaking go.
And by the way, just because you haven't heard about it recently, the push is happening again to kind of pool all the media rights to face the financial inequities of all the conferences and all of that. It's the Louisvilles, it's the Boise States, the Colorado States, the Kennesaw States that have a problem with what Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Georgia and all of them have. And once people start trying to steal your money, they don't stop until they steal your money. So everybody needs to be on guard about that.
Yeah, especially in the Big Ten and SEC. That's these two conferences are big time money making machines, and the other conferences can't handle it. They didn't they didn't make deals. They didn't do whatever with TV rights. I don't know what you do, but I mean they're just some jealousy. There's some jealousy.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're talking about potentially, the games will already be on TV, but then, or like in the existing stations, but they're going to put some other ones up for bid. Is that just a way to get Fox involved? It feels like it's the Big Ten trying to get Fox involved.
Yeah.
You talking about for the playoff, the new one?
Yes.
From the very beginning, it was trying to get Fox at the table and ESPN split. They want the NFL model to where there's two major networks of what's going on.
NFL model's like 4 major networks now with the playoffs.
Well, it's still two. It's still two. There's others that have the Super Bowl and all that, but it's essentially Fox and CBS doing most of the broadcasting. And this one, they want Fox and ESPN to do what they're doing, or Fox and ABC, I guess is the way it is now.
Yeah.
And then you'll have the other streamers like TNT who have playoff games. So they would be like the NBC or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I mean, you would have probably for college football, the next network to get something big would probably be CBS. Or somewhat big.
Well, CBS has something because they own TNT now. CBS is in.
Oh, they own really?
Yeah, they bought Warner. Paramount bought Time Warner.
Okay.
So now you have CBS, CBS Sports, TNT. I mean, all of those things under one umbrella, which is almost competing or able to compete with ESPN as far as the broadness of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of network
too.
Yeah.
Paramount owns the NFL Network. They own MTV. Are we gonna see a game on MTV? I'm just kidding.
Potential.
Oh, MTV doesn't exist anymore.
They're gonna bring it back.
MTV hasn't existed since they started The Real World. I'm just going to be honest about it.
That's true. They just
when The Real World started, that was when the MTV actually died. Because I remember with Headbangers Ball and Yo MTV Raps and all of that. Oh yeah, that was MTV. Whatever they became in the 90s.
Yeah.
Rock and Jock softball games.
Yeah, you had Kurt Loder giving the news. Kurt Cobain is dead. All of that's fine, but that still wasn't what they were in the 80s, in my opinion.
You didn't like Road Rules?
Cortez Kennedy.
Yeah, that was bad.
One thing that is interesting to think about is Locked On, which is where me and Corey work. Is a Tegna TV station, and there's about 120 stations nationally that are Tegna stations and all of that. It was a big media company originally, Tegna just got bought by Nexstar, and Nexstar is huge, and they've just become. Me and Corey are now part of the largest media conglomerate in the entire country.
They signed because of me. Nexstar said, you know what, we're gonna go buy Tegna because there's this guy named Corey Burton. He's on Locked On Vandy. We need that show. That's what they did. That's how.
But I think what you're going to see happen, honestly, is there's going to be a .2 channel on all the stations, Tegna, Nexstar, which is like 250 TV stations across the country, and it's going to end up being a Locked On station.
Yeah,
that's what I think the end game is.
We're gonna be TV stars, Steve.
That would be impressive.
Hey, speak for yourself. I already am, bud.
Well, I'm gonna be a star. You're gonna be a mega star. How about that?
Yeah, I was sitting here talking to my boys at ABC 24, and I'm going up to Oxford the 19th through the 25th of April. And they're up at ABC 24, us in Memphis. They're like, hey, you need to come by the studio for an interview. I do something with them every week.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm going to the scrimmage tomorrow.
Okay.
That'll be, or not tomorrow, Saturday.
Ole Miss fans finally get to hear from John David Baker tomorrow.
Hey.
For whatever reason during the playoff run, it was basically Joe Judge as the offensive voice that you heard from. This will be the first time that Ole Miss fans get to hear from John David Baker. I couldn't even tell you what his voice sounds like.
What if? Okay, let's have fun with this. Let's have fun with this. What do you think?
I do know what he sounds like, but yeah.
Is it? Anything?
Yeah, I think it would be funny if it was like Kermit the Frog.
Steve, are you inside my brain right now? Because I was thinking I was getting ready to go. Hey, I'm John David Baker, and I just wanted to get our vertical passing game really tight. I think Trinidad can he can launch it to the end zone. He can make those red line throws. Yeah.
Very good, man. Very good.
Yeah, not bad.
Your Kermit the Frog is a little bit better than your Patrick Mahomes, even though it's the same voice.
I just with my Mahomes, I got to do Kermit but gravelly. My allergies are too bad to do the gravel right now, but yeah,
he's a West Texas guy. That's basically what he sounds like too.
Oh God, this is gonna be fun. Yeah. They did a mic'd up with Buster.
Oh,
really?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He sounds like he's from the innards of South Georgia. He's not, but he's from Atlanta. But he sounds very South Georgia.
Yeah, it makes sense. What I notice, like when my wife gets mad at me, which is, I'm not going to say daily, but it's at least weekly. The madder she gets, the more country she sounds. It's one of those things. Whenever she starts going in with, she sounds like she's from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. At that point, I know I'm in trouble. It's gotten real. Whenever she starts dropping the I and oil and all of that, and I'm going to go with it. And Lord help me if she ever pronounces it David Crockett. I know that I'm done then.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I get the more tired I get, the more country I get. My accent gets thicker. I start slowing down a little bit.
All right, Corey.
The Minnesota accent comes out with me when the more I say vowels, they get longer.
Okay, I don't even know who the hell Rolf the dog is. So I don't know. I have no idea. It's not me.
I don't know.
Come on, Frog. We're bringing the show back.
Come on, Frog. We're bringing the show back.
He basically sounds like a Coach O, but he enunciates.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to talk about some eligibility rules here. We're going to talk about spring practice.
No Cajun accent. Just the gravel's there. Come on, Frog. We're going to bring back the show.
Come on, Frog. We're going to bring back the show. I'm still Cajun, though.
Yeah.
Still Coach O. I got to work on that.
Hard not to.
Yeah. He always called Kermit the Frog, Frog.
Come on, Frog. Hey, Rolf, we're gonna get right on her. So yeah, spring practice. Let's jump into that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So yeah, I'm going to the scrimmage on Saturday. That's going to be fun. Vandy hasn't done a whole lot of live stuff. Not as much as they did last year. They've been doing a lot of competition, and your boy Javante Connor is going to be good. He's going to be a threat in the red zone. Every clip they've shown of him, he is mossing somebody.
One thing that's interesting is Pete Golding. I don't know if it's the Nick Saban thing, but they're doing true OTAs, and they have a 4-day work week of practice, but 2 of them are walkthroughs, so they don't even count. And on Tuesday and Friday, they're out there right now in helmets, shorts, and shirts. And that's the phase 2. And then with like 2 weeks left in spring, they'll go to what they call their contact phase, their phase 3. And I guess they'll put in shoulder pads at that point.
And just thud, yeah.
Well, it's going to be like a walkthrough of what practice looks like whenever you're getting ready for a game week.
Yeah.
So they have a good system, honestly, because especially in this world with no spring transfer portal, and there's not going to be a spring transfer portal, especially with them passing the dead transfer thing. If you get a quarterback hurt in spring, if you get somebody important hurt in spring, you're screwed. There's no way you can replace them.
That is true. Yeah, that's so you better collect them all in the winter. That's for sure. So I've noticed Vandy's they've backed off a little bit. I don't know about Georgia. I've been so hyper focused on Vanderbilt lately. I haven't even got a chance to look at Georgia. But I've noticed a lot of teams are backing off like that. That's kind of got to be kind of a thing, which is fine. Like I think there's some, you got to do some hitting, you got to do some contact, but you don't have to go crazy. And Will Muschamp, talked about like thud, like if you're not thudding, whatever, you're not winning, something like that. That's what he said.
Gamecocks are being pretty. They're not doing a ton, and they're all being relatively secretive about. I think Sellers isn't doing much, which you can't get him, or Stewart's not doing much. The one guy they say is looking quite good is the transfer running back, Isaiah Auguste, who was at Arkansas before.
Okay. Also, as long as it's not a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in South Carolina, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, that's brutal.
Yeah, I can't believe that you pay $3 or $4 million for a left tackle and let him play 3-on-3 basketball. I cannot believe you did that.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah, it's almost grounds for termination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, now they're paying them, I guess they can start restricting some of their activities. Or at least they should.
I mean, there's got to be a contract. If you want your money, there's got to be a clause in there. It's like nothing dangerous is on there. And playing basketball without a knee brace or something like that,
avoids the contract.
If you're going to argue you're entitled to the money, they're entitled to treat you like an employee. I mean,
well, you can't say that word because they lose their mind when you start saying that word.
Jeb, they're not employees.
Treat you like an employee. I say was employee.
Yeah, they're independent contractors, just like me and
There
Corey.
you go. There you go.
They're mercenaries.
It's now it used to be you can't ride a motorcycle. Now you can't even play 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah.
So how do you think Joe Kane would fare in this NIL era?
Well, Kane is able.
Yeah, exactly. Latimer.
Yeah.
Somebody tell Coach about this? I ain't telling him about this.
I tell him.
Tell him about that. NCAA's we'll tell him the NCAA's drug testing in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, Latimer, you can't go headbutting cars now, okay?
Oh, Bob Lee. The Eastern State University Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Filmed on location at Williams-Brice Stadium, Columbus, North Carolina.
Bob Neal.
Yeah, Bob Neal, not Bob Lee. Yeah.
Bob Neal.
Bob Neal was the
Coach Winters.
Is that Dave Neal? Yeah. Dave Neal's dad?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Bob Neal, legend.
Yeah, it used to be Bob Neal and Larry Connolly doing SEC basketball back in the day when you'd hear like string music in Lexington, Kentucky or something like that.
Yep. And then it's like they play basketball in the SEC.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be like. Now it's not that anymore. So yeah, that's cool.
So did y'all see that the UFL is expanding? They're moving in 2028 to Oklahoma City.
Oh,
Oh,
so are they
yeah.
going to be some form of like a weather system because the NBA team's the Thunder?
Somebody joked, I was like, "Oh, lightning! It would just make too much sense." I'm like, "No, that's it."
I
also,
there
I
you
saw,
go.
I saw suggestions of the Oklahoma
love
City
them.
Bombers, and I'm like, "No, there's like one
Yep.
city that you can't do that."
Yeah, the
that's-
Tim McVeigh, Terry Nichols connotation
Yeah.
is too much there.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I think the Oklahoma Outlaws is the direction they need to go. They need to go full USFL, and everybody's going to say, "Well, it's too close to the Dallas Renegades." I was like, with the way they change nicknames back and forth, no, just name them what you need to name.
Don't worry about it too much.
What's up, Hammer?
What's up, y'all? Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, you came in just in time for UFL After Dark.
Yeah, I know. I heard, some Oklahoma Renegades, and so we're off the rails. I see, which is perfect.
Yeah,
it's April.
I know it is April.
Now, Hammer, you might be the only one that'll engage in this conversation with me. And I just now thought of this, and I'm wearing my green striped T-shirt, which I didn't do this on purpose, but I can claim I did. But is it just me, or did the 12th green get smaller in Augusta?
The 12th green. Oh, the par 3 over the water.
Yeah. I feel like they showed an overhead shot in the green, like they shrunk the green a little bit.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I haven't seen anything, I guess, to say for sure, but I saw a lot of balls going long today. I know that.
Some dude got a hole in one. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, I missed that one.
Ooh.
On 12.
I will say this is my least favorite weekend of the year.
Oh, Steve,
I hate Masters weekend. Hate it.
I love it.
I'm not that negative on it, but I also don't get the hype either. So I'm closer to Steve than I am to the Biscuits and SEC ridiculous tweets about the Masters.
It's
Yeah,
like
you might just need to mute our account.
Yeah, it is
never.
like on the episode of South Park where they're farting in champagne glasses and smelling them. It's like that's what the Masters is like. It's like, oh, the grass is green and there's birds. Cool.
Half of those birds are fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing
The
is,
noise.
Yeah.
I maybe I'm just a sucker because I think all like the criticism totally fair, totally valid, and then I'm just like, I don't care. It looks great, and it's like maybe it's just because I'll never be there, unless I win the ticket lottery. But
I think for me, it's
so
because
exclusive.
my hometown's a huge golf resort area, and I'm just not a golfer, so it's always like I'm always just less into golf than everybody else I'm around, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is like, you can't bring your phones. You have to be engaged and involved. And they always have some little, the Masters committee is not letting women in anymore or something like that. And it's just too much. It's just ridiculous.
Darla Moore's in. We know that.
I mean, some of the rules are kind of like, okay, dude, like you're doing too much. But the tournament itself, the fact that they could make this course really difficult and not really do a ton of change to the yardage, that's impressive. Like how they can make putts almost impossible for these guys to make, and
Steve,
the conditions and stuff.
Steve, if I ever end up going, I promise I'll get you one of the Masters gnomes and I'll mail it to you so you can put it out front of your house. I don't know if you've seen those the little
Nice.
I have not. I want to Google them now.
Yeah. It's just another ridiculous.
He's got an old.
There you go.
You need a Masters gnome.
Yeah, the Masters gnome. They go for obscene amounts of money on YouTube or eBay. Sorry,
I'm looking at one. It's a set of 8 of them for $29,000.
Steve, you're almost able to buy one.
Yeah.
If you get a couple more subscribers. Hey, we need 5 more subscribers to Locked On Ole Miss, and Steve can buy that set.
Oh, we have a Christmas theme one. $1,100.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Christ.
What is wrong with people? And these are the same one that's complaining about paying taxes. It's like, yeah, I got a 29,000 gnome set, 8 of them, but this estate tax has to be that we have to do something about that.
They have every year they have different ones. One guy bought one for this year, 2026, is selling it online, is advertising it as potentially the last year they make the gnomes.
Oh,
I like
Nice.
the
There
ingenuity.
you go. Yeah, the scarcity.
yeah.
Yep.
It may not happen next year.
Yeah.
These are gone. These are going to be vanished. Yeah, to hear Jim Nance and Vern Lundquist lose his mind on 16 when someone hits
Uncle
it close.
Vern.
Yeah, this is Bill Nance's Super Bowl, not the actual Super
Jim
Bowl.
Nance.
Bill Nance. Well, it's probably Bill Nance's Super Bowl too. Jim Nance. Why do I call him Bill? Jeez, I'm already off the rails too.
Yeah, we've been off for a minute.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like I've been before, and I went for a practice round. It's like how perfectly that place is like manicured and kept up, and oh no, man.
They even have like green napkins so that you can't tell when people are just horrible people and they can't walk over to a trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is pristine.
Mhm.
Food's
It's
cheap.
all performative.
The food's cheap so that they can charge $29,000 for the gnomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you a pimento cheese sandwich. It's like, what are we, poor? I mean, what's going on? Isn't golf supposed to be a rich man's sport? Let's get some good food.
Hey, they just
Should
let
be-
the common man.
Yeah, should have some ballpark prices.
Nothing screams
I mean,
common man like Augusta, right?
Yeah,
I mean, if the members there pool their money, they could buy a small country, for God's sakes.
I will say this. I went to the Nike EYBL one year, and it was in West Augusta, South Carolina, right across the river.
Yep. Well,
And I went through and stayed in Augusta that night. And that is one of the least impressive places I have ever been. It's like the golf course has to be pretty nice, but the town was crap.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever talks about Augusta being like a destination.
Yeah, it's
Just for one weekend of the year, it is.
It just has a good golf course, and I don't even know if it's a good golf course. It's just an exclusive golf course.
yeah.
It's a good golf course. It's good.
It's good.
It's a good.
Was it famous before Eisenhower started playing there, like when he was president and a hero?
Yeah, it was Bobby Jones who
Okay.
built it, designed it, and all that. And the first Masters is in like the 30s, and it's been
Oh,
popular.
I didn't know it was that early. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Will Smith caddied for him, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good. Bagger Vance.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. No, it's a legit golf course. Like the TV doesn't do those greens justice as how difficult they are.
Okay.
I've always just wanted to walk it barefoot. It just seems like it would feel really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, the windmill gives people trouble on 12.
Don't hit it.
The clown's mouth is really good on 17.
Oh gosh. It seems like you're hitting through a clown's mouth on 18 on the tee box.
I'm gonna get you, clown.
Can you imagine you and me and Tom, Steve, playing Augusta National?
No, I can't, because there would be multiple temper tantrums by everybody that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many clubs do you think I would break on that?
My goodness, all of them. You'll end up being like 10 cup. It's like, I finished this with a shovel. And it's like, I never thought to try.
Oh gosh. I hadn't played in a long time, Steve. I probably suck now.
That's 2 golf movies I've dropped in this episode. 2.
Happy Gilmore and Tin Cup.
Tin Cup. Yeah.
Oh, 3, Bagger Vance.
And Bagger
Yeah,
Vance.
you dropped
Oh,
the
yeah.
Bagger Vance.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not that many of them. We're running out.
Yeah. Tin
Steve,
Cup was awesome, by the way.
Tin Cup was probably one of the best sports movies just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin Costner had a run of sports movie. He messed it up by doing his big epics with The Postman and Waterworld and all that. But like Bull Durham is freaking awesome.
Bull
Tin
Durham,
Cup,
For Love of the
yeah.
Game, Tin Cup.
Yeah.
For Love of the Game's pretty good.
I thought it was really good. I really the way he it was all centered around one game, and he just kept having flashbacks.
The For the Love of the Game was like J.K. Simmons' first real acting role in movies.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's a huge Detroit Tigers fan. So he went in to read something else entirely. The director liked his tone and the way he sounded and got him to read for the manager.
Yeah.
And he got to play in the movie a manager of the Detroit Tigers, and he's the one that pops on like the Major League Baseball Network and all that, talking about the Tigers.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly's the catcher.
Yeah. Gus.
Yeah. I do believe in you. I just know you're going to fail. Sorry, the Dewey Cox thing. That movie literally ruined in every good way the music biopic. He just basically singed it.
Sad part is it's only the second best funny music biopic. So the best one's CB4. I don't know if y'all seen that.
That is pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Yeah.
CB4. I gotta watch that one.
It's a Chris Rock
notice.
Hilarious.
That's like James Bond saying they couldn't do James Bond like normal James Bond stuff because Austin Powers basically ruined it.
Yeah, he did a great job of that.
Austin Powers.
I don't know why my favorite scene of that is him in like a little cart that he's driving, trying to turn around, and just he ends up like parallel in the little yard.
Yeah, I always make that reference when somebody's struggling to get out of a parking spot.
Yeah. I think about that all the time.
Like, yeah, they're Austin Powersing that one.
Yeah, Gus making a 13-point turn on site.
Yeah.
I've talked before, like on my guy, I have several movie tattoos. Austin Powers is one of them. I've talked with my guy about getting one of them because we both love the movie.
Nice.
I enjoy Austin Powers. It's just one of those guilty pleasure type movies.
Guilty pleasure? Hell no.
Yeah.
It ain't no guilty pleasure. That movie is legit.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go back and watch Mystery Alaska because in Mystery Alaska, Mike Myers was in it playing basically Don Cherry, doing the and just had all the one-liners and zingers and all of that. And I kind of want to see that one now. Miracle's my favorite movie of all time, by the way.
Just any movie?
Any movie, period.
Like, is that including Indiana Jones?
Yes. There are no movies better than Miracle. None.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen No Holds Barred? It's got Hulk Hogan.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Tiny Lister. Oh my God, such a good one.
Steve, you obviously have never seen Over the Top. If you're saying that about Miracle,
Yes, I have. That's Sylvester Stallone turning the hat backwards.
Yeah. I've never seen
arm wrestling.
I've never seen somebody's the corner of their mouth reach their shoulder the way Stallone's did. He was like,
Robert Loggia's the father-in-law.
Yeah.
Bob Austin says Giax Tigers.
But Bob's one of my dudes. The most fun I've ever had at a wedding was at Bob's in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. Oh, he's North Louisiana. That's I-20. I grew up around Vicksburg a little bit.
Oh, there you go, Bob.
So yeah,
Bob, I got a question for you. If you're still,
he went to college in Alaska. I know that.
Yeah, I do know that says "Go Tigers." I was just messing with that.
Hey, Bob, I got a question. Do you gloves or no gloves when you eat crawfish?
I've never put on gloves.
Hey, it's weird that I like crawfish balls, not for the crawfish. I eat the corn.
That sounds about right.
That is weird, but I mean the corn's good.
Corn is good.
Potatoes are good.
You're not wrong.
Little mushrooms are good.
We have an answer.
No gloves.
No
There you
gloves.
go.
I kind of
Gloves
figured that,
off.
Bob. That was kind of more of a. I was poking fun at Chris Marler because he was.
Yeah, coming from South Carolina, you don't know anything about crawfish balls if you're coming from the 95 corridor.
Low country boil,
Yeah.
crawfish boil, two totally different things. Love crawfish. Love crawfish etouffee too.
Oh yeah.
That's my jam.
I'm red beans and rice. Love it. Can just eat it over and over again. And
Are you a po' boy?
I don't like shrimp.
You don't like?
Oh.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah. I generally don't like any seafood.
I know in our family, I'm the only one that eats shrimp. I never get it. Never get shrimp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
I'll eat catfish now. I love catfish.
That's true. Yeah.
So
That's the Mississippi coming out in you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
love
Give,
catfish.
give me
Tell
the
me
mud
you're from
cats.
Mississippi without telling me.
There's two things whenever I take my trip to Mississippi in about a week that I'm looking forward to. First of all, is the Mexican food. The Mexican food in Florida is terrible. Absolutely horrible. It's
At least
not
down
worth
here
it.
in Central Florida, yes.
Yeah. It's more Caribbean than Mexican. And I miss my Tex-Mex. And the other thing is catfish. That's the other thing that's garbage down here.
Yeah.
Now, Steve, what's the thing with the tamales in Mississippi? How are they different?
I don't know. I've seen them on the side of the road, but they obviously are something because they're a big thing, but I never ate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we found places that serve passable Mexican food and passable catfish, and we eat those a lot. But I agree that neither one of them are great.
Yeah.
We've just found the places that we can deal with down here.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other food that's really good. Don't get me wrong.
I think when I'm there, I'm going to go down to Pittsburgh, Mississippi and eat in that weird Mexican restaurant that everybody was talking about in the Trinidad Trial Day.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Just go down there and just, yeah.
The one random one I really miss from Louisiana, this is Natchitoches specific, but the meat pies. It's like the meat pie capital of the world or whatever. And they were legit. Yeah.
Don't know that I've ever had a meat pie, but I do want to try that.
Yeah. My favorite, one thing that I get to do is I get to go to Taylor Grocery potentially during that trip. That's one of my favorite places, especially for catfish all over.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's still good because I think they changed ownership, but it looks like one of those storefronts that exist in a town that used to be on the railway, but the highway passed it by, and it just kind of got decrepit. That's kind of what Taylor Grocery looks like.
Yeah. Steve, you don't like gumbo, do you?
I can eat gumbo as long as it's not seafood gumbo. I can eat chicken gumbo.
Tomatoes or no tomatoes? Bob,
Does-
I've never thought about it.
Does he mean tomato-based roux, or does he mean
I feel like he means
like
straight
a
up.
full tomato, like diced tomatoes? And
I feel like he
I like the tomato roux. I don't like the chunks.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of
you
the
know what?
chunks.
I've not thought about that ever. But
Yeah.
I would probably go no chunks with the roux. With the tomato roux. Yeah. Yeah, I like there's a place over here near where I live in Bellevue, Steve. It's a place called Voodoo Gumbo. And they just stopped serving it. They used to have Gator po' boys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those were good.
Gator tastes like chicken.
I know.
Just so everybody knows, Gator
Yeah.
tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
I honestly think whenever you're eating that, somebody's pulling a fast one on you. That's how much like chicken it tastes like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if
Hammer,
it's
have
chewier
you
than chicken, but it's-
the trend in your new part of the country and gotten into Rocky Mountain oysters yet?
I have had them once in my life. Not I think that was back in college. I was on a ski trip. I have not had one since
Okay.
relocating out here. From what I remember, it wasn't that tasty.
No.
Rocky Mountain oyster.
I mean, you deep fry them, dip them in sauce. Most things can taste passable if you're doing that to them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not horrible, but it's
Yeah.
not really worth seeking out, I don't think.
Yeah, that's kind of like back in the day. You don't see many people eating, but like the chitlins. It's like nope,
Yeah. No.
nope.
No
What's that movie where he's eating balls? Oh, Funny Farm. Yeah. Have you ever seen Funny Farm? It's an old Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Well,
just ate
It's
those
a
and
shame you're not doing a movie podcast.
I know.
Just put that out there. I just want to put it down for the record.
he breaks a record, like a record. That's what I'm trying to say. Wow, I don't know why that word wouldn't come out. He breaks a record at a restaurant for eating all these balls, and it turns out he's eating like cow testicles or something. I had no idea.
My favorite part of Funny Farm is the mailman.
Yeah,
That's my favorite bit in that whole movie.
I love how much it pisses him off that guy won't stop.
We're MLB After Dark now. This is a good one.
Oh, I actually want to go to Coors Field. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Coors Field's pretty cool. I didn't know they had Rocky Mountain oysters there, but it's a good place to catch a game.
They probably call it that, and it's a hush puppy. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
Yeah.
freaking. It's not hog balls or whatever.
I mean, the Rockies are typically so bad; it's pretty easy to get a ticket for cheap.
Well,
And you're going to see a lot of offense usually too. So win-win.
Right.
that's true. They're a little park.
It's like
Yeah, a lot of home runs.
360 down the lines or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's still balls pop out of there like it's a launching pad.
Yeah, they're just bombing it.
Mm.
How about the
Yeah,
Tigers? What is they 4-9 or something like that to start the season?
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Twins beat them 3-1 today.
Yeah, they
Wow.
do not do well in the cold. That is what we're discovering. And I don't know who in the MLB office thought it'd be a good idea. Let's send them to Minnesota in April to play 4.
I mean, either way,
it was-
Detroit or Minneapolis, it's not going to be warm this time.
Yeah,
of
it's
year
like
either
send
way.
them on the road. Go down to Tampa,
Yeah.
you know?
They figured, hey, they're from Michigan. They can take it, right?
But they're not from Michigan.
That.
There's a couple of people from Michigan, but they're not from Michigan. Like Kevin McGonigal is from Philadelphia. He's not playing baseball in 30-degree weather.
No.
Kevin McGonigal is really good, by the way.
He is good.
Yeah. He's going to be a good ball player. And Max Clark is leading the International League AAA in doubles. He's got like 7 or 8 in like 7 games or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Who's the AAA affiliate for the Tigers?
The Toledo Mud Hens.
Oh.
Lou Brown, most famous alumnus.
Yeah. Yeah, I got another guy on the line talking
There
about
we go.
The white walls.
Yeah. How would you like an opportunity to manage the Indians? I don't know.
I don't know.
I got another guy on the I got a guy on the other line. Want to buy some white walls.
I don't know. I wish he was on our team 2 years ago. He was on our team 2 years ago. Well, then 4 years ago.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
Cross
This
them
guy
off.
here's dead.
Didn't mark him off.
Yeah.
Mark.
Forget the breaking stuff, Ricky. Give him the heater.
Yes.
Give me Vaughn. Vaughn?
Rick Vaughn?
I got a hunch.
I got a hunch he's due.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Cal,
Yeah, that might
how'd
be
you
worth
get there?
a rewatch.
Stole the car.
Yeah. That was the class.
California Penal League. Okay. Yeah, Jalen.
I love the
Okay.
fun fact about that movie is every shot of Willie Mays Hayes running is in slow motion because Wesley Snipes wasn't fast.
I didn't know that.
God.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You mean
I
to
know he
tell
didn't show
me
up for part
Blade-
2, but
You mean to tell me Blade's not fast?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to
And
tell me
part-
Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? All right, Eddie.
Such a good
Stop
movie.
it here. Let's not start a holy war.
Let's not
Up your
start a
butt,
holy
Joe
war.
Boo.
How's your portfolio looking, Jake?
Yeah.
Dude was playing baseball in Mexico.
What you doing back up here, Jake? He goes, I couldn't hack it in the Mexican League.
Is that you, Tolbert? At least you could have said you're from the Yankees.
So good. It's so good. Oh, my goodness.
I tried the corner and missed.
Yeah, Bob Uecker making that movie, essentially.
Welcome to Major League Baseball. Sort of.
What's his co-announcer? It's like he's drinking the Jack Daniels always.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
That broadcast school was really paying off.
Is that one goddamn hit? You can't say that on the air. Nobody's listening anyway.
Yeah.
One hit, one goddamn hit.
So good. So good. Oh, my goodness. Bob Uecker was a treasure.
Yes,
Absolute treasure.
Indians bring on Rick Vaughn, who was a juvenile delinquent in the offseason.
The Yankees bring in so-and-so pitcher who leads the league in most offensive categories, including nose hairs.
Yeah.
I love that. Might have to watch that movie again.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
Yeah, that and Bull Durham. Yeah, I have to watch. And it's getting close to
the post-game show brought to you by Christ. I can't find it. To hell with it. Yeah,
good move.
And my favorite, one of the underrated bits of all this was the old pitcher, whatever his name was, the one that the Jesus Christ hit a curveball.
Eddie Harris.
Yeah, Eddie Harris. Every time he threw a pitch, Bob Uecker would like say something off like a spitball or something like that. Yeah, it's just like a Vaseline ball by Eddie Harris for strike one. Yeah.
Crisco, Bengay, Vagisil.
You put snot on the ball?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rubs jalapeno juice on his nose. Yeah.
So he gets a lot of snot. Oh, God.
We got to teach this guy some control before he kills somebody.
I mean, we talked about this last night, but we basically had a major league style move like 2 nights ago with the Braves manager Walt Weiss just laying the wood to
we did. Yeah.
I think it was Soler that
Jorge Soler
charged the mound,
which is crazy because Soler is like one of the reasons why the Braves won the World Series that year, where he hit that shot into orbit that had to land. He drives one high and deep to left field, drives one high and deep towards South America. Gonna need a visa to catch this one.
Weiss went for that You guys had a good Leach Coach of the Week bit last night, Hammer. He went for the tackle on that one.
I know, just a form tackle. There's that still where he's got, he's kind of leading with the crown, but he wraps up, gets him to the ground.
I laughed when you guys said, well, what team did he play for? I'm thinking like 8 of them.
I know. That's why I was like, I know he was like on the A's because I had a baseball card of his from the A's, but I was like, yeah, he was
that was
all
me.
over.
Said that, yeah. We were all up in your comments last night.
Yeah. It was a good show. But yeah, did you see the slow-mo too of the punch on Soler where he's just like holding the ball like this. And he like leads with the ball, hits him in the side of the head.
You guys familiar with John Boy Media or whatever?
Yeah, he's like the Major League Baseball media guy that does like the bits, the voiceover stuff.
He like does the lip reading. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah,
he did the one about that fight.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's on. It's making its rounds on social media. That's a good one.
There's just something about a mound charging, benches clearing brawl that just
a good Major League Baseball brawl.
Makes me happy.
The Noah Ryan, Robin Ventura one, where they always joke about Noah Ryan pitched a 15 hitter.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. He's like 45 when he did that.
The best story ever. They brought Nolan Ryan back to throw out a first pitch in an Astros game, and he was like 65 years old at the time, and he got up there and threw an 83 mile an hour fastball.
Just ripped it in there. You're just like,
yeah.
Lord.
He was like, good grief, man. You're just made different.
I mean, his strikeout record is like so far out of reach. Let's see how far ahead he is.
His walks one probably is too.
True.
Because of the longevity. Yeah.
The most unbreakable record in the history of all sports, no matter what, the most unbreakable record, Cy Young's wins records.
Yeah. Or even it's total decisions, either because he has by far the most losses too. Yeah.
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 But yeah, Cy Young is 100 wins over second place.
Yeah. That was my response to someone on Twitter. It was what's the most unbreakable record in sports? And my response is, well, are we talking Cy Young or every other record?
Yes.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Walter Johnson, I think, got over 400 wins, and that's amazing. You picture just a pitcher throwing for over 400 wins, and he's still over 100 behind Cy Young.
Yeah. He was like, what the hell?
I don't understand how those guys just pitched every day.
511 to 417.
Just
I mean, that's just the way it was. Like there was no, like they didn't know any better. You just go out there, just freaking throw.
Yeah. Oh, I threw 120 pitches yesterday. I'm going to give you 9 innings today.
I mean, they're probably not burning it up there at 100 miles an hour either.
Well, Nolan Ryan threw 240 pitches on 3 days rest.
Nolan Ryan is an alien. Throw that out.
Yeah.
He's an alien. He's not
on short rest, 240 pitches pitched into extra innings.
That dude also had the most efficient release I've ever seen. That's why Clemens was so good too. That's why he lasted so long.
Looking at career records, so Cy Young threw 7,300 innings. Only one other guy has thrown over 6,000, and that's 6,003. That's one of the more innings than anybody else.
Is that Walter Johnson?
He is third. It was a guy named Pud Galvin who last through
the names of baseball players in like the 20s and teens.
Yeah.
Man,
Pud Galvin's last season was 1892.
There's a guy that pitched for the Cubs that they called Three Fingers Brown because he literally had 3 fingers.
Yeah, see? That's Pud Williams. Runs a 5'8", 40, greatest athlete alive, they say.
Like Walter Johnson, he could throw like he would not be out of place pitching today. He could throw that hard. But they asked Ty Cobb how that you hit Walter Johnson. Said the only way you could do it was to crowd the plate where he was scared to hit you because he was afraid he was going to kill somebody throwing a baseball. And whenever he made that mistake because of that, that's when you could do damage.
Whenever he showed mercy,
yeah,
that's when you kill him.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Yeah, one of the great video, like if you have a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick, the great courses. There's one that's baseball from the beginning to the Black Sox is the last part, and it's just a great story of the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Steve narrated it.
Yeah, I was there. I wish I had a time machine. I would so go back. I want to see. If I had a time machine, listen, everybody would get mad at me about this, but this is what I would use a time machine for. If I had one trip back, everybody's like, "Oh, you're going to go kill Hitler?" No. I'm going to go back to the Polo Grounds and watch Christy Mathewson pitch against Walter Johnson. That's what I'm going to do.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot lie. Because I don't want to steal your answer. I would go see Bobby Jones play Augusta National.
There you go.
Making it topical.
Yeah. It's like I'm not, okay, that happened. We lived with it. I don't want to change history and all that. That's whatever. I'm going to go watch a baseball game in the Polo Grounds.
Where would you, so excluding historical events, only sports. We'll throw this out to the chat. All 122 of you. Where would you go back in time? What sporting event would you go back in time to see? Pre-TV.
Yeah. Put your answer down in the comments below if you don't mind.
I'm going to be a Minnesota homer for my post-TV one. Game 7, 91 World Series. Jack Morris threw 10 innings. They won 1-0. Probably the greatest World Series ever against the Braves.
I went to Game 5 of that World Series.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Braves won that one.
Yeah, 3-2. Smoltzy was dealing. Yeah.
Pre-TV one.
Yeah, pre-TV is tough.
So post TV.
Oh, I got Will Chamberlain's 100-point game. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Thompson for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Was it Bobby Thompson? No, it was the New York Giants. Who was the player for the Pirates that hit the walk-off in the World Series?
Bill Mazeroski.
Bill Mazeroski.
Yes, I would like to see that.
Yeah.
The shot.
I think I'm going Wilt's 100-point game, but it's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would pre-TV. I would like to see like the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Oh,
the other
watch
one,
the Miracle on Ice live. Yeah. Miracle on Ice live.
The other one, because of how just intense it would have been, like back in the 50s, 60s, like one of the great Montreal Canadian teams in the Stanley Cup would have been fun at the Garden up there.
Some original 6 hockey.
Yeah.
I think it was the 26 Rose Bowl where Bama beat the Huskies, Washington, or whatever that was. It's more of a thing for Jake because I'm not a Bama homer, but that was a pretty big Rose Bowl just because nobody thought the SEC was any good, or teams from the South. I guess there was no SEC back then, but it was like Michigan, Washington, and all these.
Speaking of that,
basically Ivy League schools that were the powerhouses.
Yale and Penn were
Swanee and watch them win 5 games in 5 days. That's what I would do. Jump on the train with Swanee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson debut would be a good one.
Yeah.
Very good. Yep. That would have been good.
Let's see.
I'm
trying to think of one.
Pre-TV is tough.
The first Super Bowl, I suppose, would have to be in there.
It was on TV though.
Yeah.
Was I didn't know that. Okay.
It was on TV.
Okay.
First World Series.
Yeah.
The Pirates and the Pilgrims.
The very first baseball game in Cincinnati.
Have you seen Jackie Robinson play the first time?
Yeah.
First college football game, Rutgers Princeton. No.
Those, if you see like the first game ever, it would just be so weird.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine what they're doing.
And it would look almost more like modern rugby because you weren't throwing forward passes. It was just
scrum.
Back and
yeah. And the way it was said, the rules for that game, the ball could not be carried. So you could, So it was more like an ancestor of football than football.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
It would be really. I'd like to see Babe Ruth play. Maybe with him and Gehrig in the lineup together. That would be cool. That 27
really
Yankees
fast,
team.
like short 6-inch steps. Does he run really fast that way? Yeah, see, we got this young player, Ruth.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to see. I'd like to see Sandy Koufax pitch.
I'd like to see Pud Calvin pitch.
Yep. 1875 to 1892. That was his career. Yeah.
Pud, dude. Pud he's a baller, man.
He threw 6,000 innings in 17 seasons.
Going up a Braves fan, I like to see Henry Aaron. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Post TV.
Yeah, that is all post TV. You're right.
The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. Yeah.
Of course, most stuff was at least recorded.
Yeah. I was trying to think of Olympic stuff like from back then that would be.
Yeah. How far back you got to go? I mean.
Yeah.
Pre-19 is probably like pre-1955, I think. Of course, I mean the 1936 Olympics in Berlin was televised, so
yeah.
That was the first televised sporting event, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. They probably were recorded. They just might not be like available now.
It wasn't live. Yeah, you were watching tape delays. Yeah.
That was the NBA in the 70s.
It was NBA in the
Oh.
80s.
Yeah,
early.
watching like
Until Magic and Bird.
Larry
After
Bird and Magic Johnson. Yeah, that would be fun. See some of those.
I did get to see that.
Yeah, I was old enough, but I wouldn't remember it.
Yeah. But that was really cool. I got to see Prime Jordan.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason everybody talks about, hey, how great LeBron is. No.
No.
Sit down. Nope.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No,
there.
No, he is great. We're losing
He
the plot
is,
here.
but he is.
LeBron is
But
great.
you knew back then.
No, I didn't say it was.
watching
I didn't say it.
was-
I didn't say it wasn't great. I'm saying he
Okay.
wasn't Jordan.
George's on another
We-
stratosphere.
We have breaking news here. This will shock everybody. Kareem Stagg, Georgia basketball player, arrested for speeding today.
Oh my goodness,
On the
Georgia!
basketball
No.
team? That's
Speeding in
the
Oconee
funny-
County in his Tesla SUV. Yep.
Tesla
Tesla.
SUV.
Jeez.
Man.
Jeez Louise. All right, well, we got to get out of here, boys.
Yeah. got 2
Yeah, I
minutes.
guess so.
So hop in your time machines and head on back in time. We are SEC After Dark. Thank you for listening. Mike Huseman joins us from Off Season After Dark, regular contributor on Locked On Ole Miss and Locked On Vandy. Hammer, one half Biscuits and SEC. Had a great show last night, but he joins us here tonight. Jeb Beecham. It's a shame you're not doing the movie podcast, but I'm going to work on you until you do.
Yeah.
Stephen Willis, I think you're up to 20,000.
Getting close.
Getting close. Yeah. Locked on Ole Miss, absolutely crushing it. Locked on Vandy for me. I'm Corey Burton, and expanding on over to Vandy 247 as well. So that's where you can find all of my work. In the meantime, and Mike Huseman, you can find his work at MikeFarrellSports.com as well. And of course, subscribe to the Biscuits and SEC newsletter as well. But until next time, we'll talk at you later. It's Locked On Vandy, Locked On Ole Miss Off Season After Dark, Biscuits and SEC. We come together for SEC After Dark. We'll see you back here next week. Go Dogs, anchor down.
Howdy
The
toddy.
balls.
In
Go
stream.
Cougs.
Jig 'em.